I am Chief Mazimawe, coming from the eastern part of Zambia, being a member of the House of Chiefs Zambia, and I'm also a member, the steering committee member of the Council of Traditional Leaders of Africa, which we call in short COTLA. In French, it's called CONATA. I am actually the convener for the Southern Africa, the SADC. This important conference organized by Fawe, I think we had to take the trouble to travel all the way from Zambia just to make sure that we put our heads together in finding solutions. As it stands out, I think so much has been said regarding the girl child education, the young people, and a number of interventions. The policies have been created, but we don't seem to be making progress. So one of the issues why we are here as the traditional institution of traditional leadership is also to work together and find out as to why. And I'm sure from what is coming out, the gender gaps being pronounced, and mainly issues to do with customs and traditions as being the major inhibitors to the girls and the young women in accessing quality tertiary education. So these are some of the issues that I think we are here for, and also trying to see how we can make it so attractive, because the technical vocational training, as it stands out now, the feeling is that it is second class to academic education. So from the speeches you could pick it that they are saying actually it's not about teaching someone to read and write for them to become intelligent or for them to become empowered, but to teach them on how they will be able to look after themselves, on how they will be able to be empowered economically. So vocational training comes out now as one of the interventions that we need to use, and we need to make it more attractive. That is by explaining to the young people that indeed this is the way out. More especially even those that had missed an opportunity to be in class, they can as well be taken and be given skills training in order for them to be citizens that will look after themselves and others. This gender gap, which has come as a result of the customary norms, the way people live, and it requires what I would say cultural transformation, positive cultural transformation, and government alone cannot do it. You need the traditional leadership on board, because we exist because of the same cultures that we're talking about. So what we need is ourselves as traditional leaders to begin to speak, to begin to break the barriers, talk about things that the traditions and customs did not allow you to. We begin now to address the challenge that is there. And if it starts with me as a traditional leader, definitely we are going to change things. The narrative will be changed. In as much as we are saying we cannot talk about empowering women and the young people without the involvement of the young women themselves. So now we are talking about the chiefs. They have got one of the answers. The answer is to change the narrative, the way people think, the way people view girls and the young people, to say as they grow up, their primary roles is the kitchen, to look after the homes, to look after people. Now we are talking about the young girls and the young women to be able to aspire for those jobs that were mainly described as mainly reserved for men. You talk of mechanic engineering, several jobs that men have been doing. So it has to come from my mouth to say these job descriptions we are talking about, one of the qualifications, it is not by way of showing your your genital areas to say only those with male genitals are the ones who are supposed to qualify for this. If a woman can do, if a man can do, a woman can do, because what they use are hands and the brain. A woman equal has the similar things. So we should not measure certain jobs using one's private parts. It is the ability, and I think it's something that everyone can do. So this has to come from a traditional leader as myself and my fellow traditional leaders across Africa. I think we need now to break these barriers, talk about these things. If at some point people thought women must be protected, or maybe at a particular village war broke out, they were being attacked, and they thought of hiding women in the house, and after the war, because now there is no war, so women should come out and begin to help men to do things together, plan and fight together, because the common enemy now, it's poverty, isn't it? So we shouldn't live in those doldrums where we take it as if our culture is embedded on a stone where it cannot be changed. Cultures can be changed. So those positive ones must be maintained, and also those that do not add any value to how society is now should be transformed for the better. My message to Africa is that we cannot develop if a certain part of society is left behind. We need to move everybody on board. And now what I mean is we are bringing everybody now to the cockpit to fly the plane. So you only bring those that understand how to fly a plane. So even these, the young people, the young girls, they need to be brought on board so that they understand the instruments on how to fly the plane. So we need to bring on board both genders, the boys and the girls together, because you cannot empower a woman, you cannot empower a young girl, and then you leave out this young boy, because they might have difficulties in future for these boys who are not trained on how to relate well with an empowered woman in future. So you need both of them. And what is key is we just have to look at ourselves as human beings, forget about, that's why we dress to hide our private parts. And those should not be used to measure one's ability to do certain things. So my message is that we need to bring everybody on board, and also whatever we are doing, we should show those that are coming behind us so that they don't have problems in knowing how to do certain things when some of us are normal.